Let's stay focused over the next several months. That cold weather's here, and we're going to have snow and ice. We're going to have a lot of different situations come up, and we need to be prepared. Be prepared for anything that happens out here, and part of that is making sure your coolant level's topped off, making sure that you have washer fluid topped off, making sure that you have wiper blades. During these winter months, those wiper blades can take quite a bit of deterioration. They're used a lot more, a lot of snow and ice buildup. Always make sure that you keep your spare set, keep a spare set of wiper blades with you. Hang on to the old wiper blades if you swap them out, so at least you got a spare that can get you through a situation if at all needed. Always make sure whenever you're running that air in your truck, you think that you're going to run that hot air on that windshield on those cold days, and you got all that snow coming at you or sleet. It's just freezing up on those wiper blades. Try to use your ventilation, your floor vents, as much as possible. Crack a window, that'll prevent that ice buildup. That's just something that we all should be paying attention to. If those wiper blades aren't working properly, you ain't gonna be able to see the road, and you're more likely to get into trouble. So let's be safe. It's important to pay attention to your coolant level. Making sure that you're at the cold level is probably ideal. Check that when you do your pre-trip every shift. But make sure you I carry at least a couple gallons in my truck just to be on the safe side. Always be prepared. You'll have some shrinkage on your lines during the winter months, and sometimes that level can drop a little bit. Just make sure you keep them topped. These airlines can get a little bit brittle during the winter months. Be careful. Drivers out there, that if you don't have a box for your bills, don't be tying those bills in a plastic bag around these airlines, especially on the trailer. We got drivers that come up, they'll yank them off, snap a line, now you're stuck. Make sure you do an extra little walk around when you're doing your pre-trip. Pay attention to those hoses. Make sure you don't have any leaks. That coolant level starts to drop. It can happen quick. You don't want to be on the side of the road. Now, a lot of us don't really carry ice scrapers with us, at least something long enough to pull that ice off the windshield. Get up there, pull your blades off your windshield, get it warm enough. Try to remove that snow as best you can. I found that my broom actually works pretty good to pull excess snow off. If you're wondering or trying to figure out how you're going to get that off, get it off your hood, get it off your truck so you don't have that blowing off going down the road, just get your broom out. During the winter months, we can have an excessive amount of ice build up on these trailers. We have days where it's sunny like today. You have snow melt coming off, but it's still cold enough in the shade to cause ice buildup. Make sure these trailers are free of ice on the top. If you have an excessive amount of snow or buildup, see if you can find a location to get it washed off, or have the snow removal team get in there and remove it for you. Several of our locations that are shops, they'd be willing to help out. If not, contact DRS and they'll give you the best location. Here we are again, a couple of months now into our fall winter season. We just started experiencing a few snowfalls, and it's affected us slightly. Harlan's pretty good about getting us shut down. They give us plenty of advance warning. And during that time, we're able to get the advance notice, look ahead, follow your weather apps. Everyone has access to it nowadays. There's no excuse for not being prepared or looking ahead and seeing what front's going to be pushing through. Make sure to layer your clothing, hoodies, jackets. Stay hydrated, carry several cases of water. You don't know when you're going to be at a customer or at a rest area, truck stop, where you may need to have supplies versus spending a lot of money on their foods. Carry non-perishable items, crackers, peanut butter, it's a good source of protein, bread, sandwich meats. All these refrigerators should be functioning. No reason to not have something in your truck, some form of food. Carry canned products. It's always helpful to have a little something if you know you're going to be stuck somewhere for a day or so. Be prepared. Make sure that when you're in your truck, we don't want to idle these trucks as much as we can. Some trucks don't have the Webasto or the S-bar system, the Peterbilt S-bar system. So if you don't, you'll be idling. If not, let's make sure that if it gets real cold, fire those trucks up in between. We do want to make sure our fluids don't get too cold, and we want to make sure that you utilize your bunk heaters as much as possible. But some days it just doesn't pay. I've idled my truck a couple of times when it got below zero. Recently I was up in Maine, and it just made sense to just go ahead and idle that evening, just to make sure that we are able to start the truck. A lot of times these auto start systems function well. I have had it where they have not fired up, so watch your battery levels, make sure that you monitor that. I know a lot of us want to get that good long sleep in, but at some point, if you're not idling your truck, you get up and you haven't heard your truck fire in a while, you may want to go ahead and start it up. And, also, one thing, make sure that you don't set those trailer brakes, especially if you've been on wet roads and it's getting cold. All too many times we've pulled in and into a location, if you set those brakes and then you go to leave the next morning, it's froze up overnight, and now you're going to have to break them free, or you're going to have to find some way to get those brakes broken free to move that trailer. It's just a simple matter of not setting it. We've got a tractor brake that functions very well. Set your tractor brake. There's no reason, unless you're dropping that trailer, to set those trailer brakes, unless you're in a situation where you feel that it's just a safety issue, or hill or a location that warrants that. Other than that, stay safe out here, and just be ready for anything. And it'll soon be over with, but until then, take care.